This is day one of our new movie for Sukavision. I'm the director and cinematographer for this movie that I wrote and created. Sam is producing it. He's also acting as the grip, actor, and general assistant for just about every other task. Right now, we are taking down one of our films, A Vendetta's Debt poster. We put up Seven Flames, which is the more recent one, the one right before this film, as a little nod. It doesn't actually get in the shot. This is my new small rig battery. I'm looking at upgrading to a Sony FX6. This was shot on a Canon R6 Mark II, not the behind the scenes, but the actual film. And yeah, we're just getting prepared for what this is going to look like. So Sam right there has his C-stand set up with his aperture lights, which are absolutely fantastic. This is the first time we're using them in a film. He finally just upgraded to those, or not finally, but he's been wanting to upgrade them, and we finally get to use them. So it's been really fun to play with that, and we're trying to figure out how to light this scene. So we're working on doing side light to boost that lamp as a practical, because that's very important, is having practical light, and we're just boosting that overall light so it shows up on camera a lot better. And then later on you'll see that we take out that TV over there, and Sam has a mode on his other lights that we can make it look like a TV, and that was awesome. This is the first time we're also having light. He's putting gels on here. This is Sam's world, and I love seeing this stuff of the behind the scenes, but my knowledge base is so bad. Sam has to basically completely handle this. He does. I'm basically just there almost as like somewhat of an assistant, but I mean, I am the director, so I'm guiding this.
It's gonna be a little circle thing.
And then okay, so here's the thing: you might need to throw on the 3/4 instead of the. Or I guess it's.
And something I wish I would have done here, and I didn't for this scene, and now for the other scenes that you'll see, I didn't have a shot list, but for the other scenes, I do have shot lists. And that was something that definitely would have helped me here, because I spent all my time trying to figure out what the shots were going to be versus the direction. And I would like it to be a little bit of a 75% directing, 25% finding the shot. Most directors have a director of photography. I'm saying most by meaning higher up directors. I'm still small as a director, and I still have a lot to learn. But it would be, I do really see, and if you don't know, a director is finding where the camera moves. The cinematographer is the actual one setting the light and getting that director's vision done. And when you're acting as that, it can be good because there's no really middle ground. But yeah, definitely saw where it could have been a lot better to have someone else here. As helpful. So that's something I'm learning as time goes on. It's probably, as I figure out how to get better at blocking and camera movement as a director, this really showed me the importance of not only having Sam to help doing all these things, which Sam is fantastic, so knowledgeable, and we're trying right there to block out some light from the top of his diffusion just because it looked too much like this overpowered light was coming over the top. There's Adrian, our star, Jimmy Mack. I don't think the movie, depending on when this vlog gets released, the movie shouldn't be out yet. But if it is, obviously it'll be linked below. So you can look forward to following this. I don't think this vlog will come out before it's out, but definitely super excited for you guys to see this film. Right now, just working with Adrian, working with Sam to get that light right. There's where we're positioning the other light with just basically as much diffusion as we can. And Sam just put it in. So I was like, Sam, I really love when it's contrasted orange and blue. Those colors are perfect together. They really work. If you can kind of see now, it looks kind of cool of seeing. We got blue going flat front, and then we're going to have orange coming from the side. And it already creates such a more cinematic image. And I was really happy with what it came out with. And I think it really transforms a basic, boring, somewhat basement scene of these two friends talking and everything. This is the basement of my house, so we had to get this all prepared and all ready, basically for shooting. But it was a lot of fun, and it was very interesting to set up this scene. We did figure out that the frequency, the mics that we were using plugged into the camera create the actual lights, and the cords create a frequency that is picked up on the mics. So we had to run external audio. So I had to run an Audible if you're not a football fan, an Audible is a change of play. And I guess you could say that in other terms, but I only know it from like playing football. I wasn't a football player, but like playing a football video game. is you call an audible, which is like just a change of play. There's me on my knees working on getting cinematic movement of just kind of playing, because right now I didn't have the shots in my head, so I was really just trying to play around with what this right shot would be.
Sorry, did I cut you off?
I have no idea.
Also, Sam, so this is grab the chips and offer them to that final, because what I'm doing is I'm going to go into the chips and I'm going to move with the chips to Adrian.
Okay, do you want me to say do you want chips then instead of do you want cream soda?
You want some chip? Yeah. And Adrian, let's get you, come up here again, let's get you to that exact point. I knew I wanted to start somewhat wide to establish the lamp, to establish that he's watching TV, to establish that they're together. And it's good to start wide because, like the viewer, and always thinking of a director should always be thinking of the viewer. At least I believe that. You should be thinking of how you see things. We also had a smoke machine here to try to create some haze, to give it some texture, some grit, some depth, but that didn't work out. It just kind of made it look like we were smoking weed in the basement, which none of us smoke, and these characters don't smoke, so it was like, that doesn't really go with anything we're doing here. Playing around, I was absolutely stumped at this point because I did not know why my camera was picking up this weird noise. Thank goodness I had an external audio recorder, which you'll see I run with a fanny pack. I don't know if you'll see it in this behind the scenes because I kind of stopped worrying about behind the scenes at that point. I just set up a camera in the back and tried to shoot stuff. But yeah, they were great. Sam and Adrian were great as always. I really wish I would have. I did miss one small thing. We did miss one line on the script. It worked out fine, but this is supposed to be somewhat a comedy movie too, and an action comedy, more of like an action drama comedy, just kind of all over the place, not really genre defiant. Or definite, whatever, genre dependent on it being exactly what that was. But yeah, I learned a lot in this, learned about the importance of storyboarding, especially the storyboarding becomes more important as the more roles you hold, or at least that's what I think of it as, because I really just can't handle doing all those things at once to the best of the ability. So I have to have so much preparation. And I was arrogant, went into this, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to figure this all out on the day. I've been learning a lot, but no, you can't go in arrogant. You have to go in prepared. This was awesome. Excited for you guys to see the rest of the behind the scenes for this and eventually the movie whenever it does come out. As I'm filming this is the day we shot. It is currently May 3rd, so I'm guessing you'll actually see this a month from now. But whenever you see it, I hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe to follow my filmmaking journey. Have a great day. Bye. That energy was great. Okay. I love that. Just pissed. My adrenaline is flowing. I am so happy.